The Eiffel Tower's design is a masterpiece of engineering, employing a lattice-like structure that maximizes strength while minimizing material usage. This design was revolutionary for its time and remains a hallmark of structural engineering. Gustave Eiffel, an accomplished engineer, utilized his expertise in iron construction to create a tower that would withstand the forces of wind and gravity while maintaining elegance and grace. The tower is constructed primarily of wrought iron, chosen for its strength and malleability, allowing for intricate detailing and precise assembly. The tower's foundation consists of concrete footings anchored deep into the ground to provide stability and distribute the weight of the structure evenly. The lattice structure of the tower allows wind to pass through rather than exerting pressure against solid surfaces, reducing the impact of wind forces and minimizing sway. The tapering shape of the tower helps to minimize wind resistance, reducing the lateral forces exerted on the structure during windy conditions. Over 2.5 million rivets hold the individual iron pieces of the tower together, creating a robust and durable structure capable of supporting its immense weight. The use of wrought iron in the construction of the tower maximized material efficiency, as it allowed for the creation of intricate shapes and patterns while maintaining strength and durability. The design of the tower distributes the weight of the structure evenly from the base to the top, ensuring structural stability and preventing excessive stress on any single component. Upon completion in 1889, the Eiffel Tower surpassed all previous height records for man-made structures, showcasing the ingenuity and skill of its engineers. The idea for the Eiffel Tower was conceived in the late 19th century as part of preparations for the 1889 World's Fair in Paris, France, which celebrated the 100th anniversary of the French Revolution. A design competition was held to select the architect for the tower, with over 100 submissions. The design by Gustave Eiffel's engineering company, led by Maurice Kekla and Émile Nouvier, was ultimately chosen for its innovative approach. Construction of the Eiffel Tower commenced in January 1887, with work progressing rapidly under the supervision of Gustave Eiffel and a team of skilled engineers and laborers. The tower was constructed using prefabricated iron components manufactured off-site and transported to the construction site for assembly. Over 18,000 individual iron parts were used in its construction. By March 1888, the first level of the Eiffel Tower had been completed, reaching a height of approximately 57 meters, that is 187 feet. Construction of the second level began shortly after the completion of the first, with work continuing at a steady pace despite logistical challenges and adverse weather conditions. By early 1889, the construction of the Eiffel Tower had reached its final stages, with the installation of the upper observation platform and the iconic wrought iron lattice reaching its full height of 324 meters, that is 1063 feet. The Eiffel Tower was officially inaugurated on March 31, 1889, in a ceremony attended by dignitaries and officials from around the world, marking the completion of one of the greatest engineering achievements of the 19th century. In 1991, the Eiffel Tower was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in recognition of its cultural significance and contribution to the architectural heritage of humanity. The Eiffel Tower stands at an impressive height of 324 meters, that is 1063 feet from its base to the tip of its antenna, making it one of the tallest man-made structures in the world. The base of the Eiffel Tower measures approximately 125 meters, that is 410 feet on each side, forming a square footprint that gradually tapers towards the top. Despite its towering height, the Eiffel Tower is surprisingly lightweight, weighing in at around 10,100 tons due to its open lattice-like structure. The tower is constructed from over 7,300 metric tons of wrought iron, which forms the lattice framework that gives the structure its strength and stability. The individual iron pieces used in the construction of the Eiffel Tower vary in length, with some reaching up to 18 meters, that is 59 feet in length for the longest beams. The tower features 4 elevator shafts, each serving different levels and providing vertical transportation for visitors who prefer not to climb the stairs. In addition to elevators, the Eiffel Tower is equipped with staircases that allow visitors to climb to the second and third levels, comprising a total of 1,665 steps. The Eiffel Tower's antenna, added in 1957 for broadcasting purposes, extends the tower's total height to 330 meters, that is 1,083 feet, including the tip. The tower is illuminated by thousands of lights at night, enhancing its visibility and creating a dazzling spectacle that can be seen from miles away. Despite its towering height, the Eiffel Tower is designed to withstand strong winds, with its open lattice structure allowing wind to pass through rather than exerting pressure against solid surfaces. The Eiffel Tower is designed to sway slightly in response to wind and temperature changes, a natural phenomenon that helps to dissipate forces and maintain structural stability. The height of the Eiffel Tower can fluctuate by as much as 6 inches, that is 15 centimeters, due to expansion and contraction of the iron structure in response to temperature changes. The size and scale of the Eiffel Tower present unique challenges for maintenance and preservation, requiring regular inspections and conservation efforts to ensure its structural integrity and longevity. Beyond its physical dimensions, the Eiffel Tower holds immense symbolic significance as a cultural icon and a symbol of France's artistic and engineering achievements, attracting millions of visitors from around the world who marvel at its size, scale, and beauty. The Eiffel Tower's construction was initially met with skepticism and criticism from some prominent figures in Parisian society, including artists and intellectuals who saw it as an eyesore that would mar the city's skyline. Despite its eventual acceptance as an iconic symbol of Paris, the Eiffel Tower faced the threat of demolition multiple times throughout its history. In 1909, a group of artists and writers, including renowned figures such as Guy de Maupassant and Alexandre Dumas, signed a petition calling for its removal. The Eiffel Tower played a significant role in the 1924 Paris Olympics, serving as the backdrop for various events and ceremonies. Its towering presence added to the spectacle of the games and helped to showcase Paris as a world-class city. The Eiffel Tower has long been one of the most popular tourist attractions in the world, drawing millions of visitors each year who come to marvel at its beauty and explore its history. It has become synonymous with the city of Paris and is a must-see destination for travelers from all walks of life. Over the years, the Eiffel Tower has undergone several renovations and upgrades to ensure its safety and stability. Engineers have implemented innovative techniques and technologies to preserve the tower's structural integrity while maintaining its iconic appearance. During times of war, the Eiffel Tower's height and central location in Paris made it an ideal vantage point for military observation. Its observation decks provided panoramic views of the city and its surroundings, allowing military commanders to monitor troop movements, enemy positions, and strategic targets. Military intelligence agencies utilized the Eiffel Tower as a platform for gathering intelligence on enemy activities, intercepting communications, and conducting surveillance operations. Military commanders often used the Eiffel Tower as a reference point for strategic planning and decision-making, incorporating its location and visibility into their military maps and operational plans. During times of crisis or invasion, the Eiffel Tower could be used as an emergency beacon to signal distress or rally support from friendly forces, both domestically and internationally. The Eiffel Tower's location near the Seine River and major transportation arteries made it a key point for border control and security measures, particularly during periods of heightened military tension or invasion threats. During the Nazi occupation of Paris in World War II, the Eiffel Tower symbolized French resistance and defiance against the enemy, inspiring acts of sabotage, espionage, and underground resistance movements. In times of crisis, the Eiffel Tower's sturdy structure and spacious interior could be repurposed as an emergency shelter for displaced civilians, military personnel, and government officials seeking refuge from enemy attacks or natural disasters. The liberation of Paris in August 1944 culminated in the hoisting of the French tricolor flag atop the Eiffel Tower, symbolizing the city's liberation from Nazi occupation and the restoration of French sovereignty. In the aftermath of World War II, the Eiffel Tower symbolized France's resilience and determination to rebuild and recover from the devastation of war, serving as a beacon of hope and renewal for the nation and its people. The Eiffel Tower, with its iconic silhouette and rich history, has inspired numerous folklore and myths over the years, capturing the imagination of people around the world. Like for example, it is said that if you kiss your partner while standing under the Eiffel Tower, your love will last forever. This superstition has made the tower a popular destination for couples celebrating their love and planning their futures together. A popular myth suggests that Gustave Eiffel, the engineer behind the tower's construction, had a secret apartment located at the top of the tower. While Eiffel did have a small office on the top floor, there is no evidence to support the existence of a fully furnished apartment. There's a common belief that the Eiffel Tower acts as a lightning rod for the city of Paris, attracting lightning strikes away from other structures. While the tower does indeed attract lightning strikes, it's not the only tall structure in the city capable of doing so. Some people claim that the Eiffel Tower is haunted by the ghosts of workers who lost their lives during its construction. Tales of ghostly sightings and eerie noises have added to the tower's mystique, though there's no concrete evidence to support these claims. It's rumored that Napoleon Bonaparte, whose name is closely associated with the era of French imperialism, placed a curse on the Eiffel Tower, predicting that it would bring misfortune to Paris. This myth likely stems from opposition to the tower's construction during Napoleon's reign. Some believe that the Eiffel Tower serves as a guardian and protector of Paris, watching over the city and its inhabitants from its lofty perch. This myth reflects the tower's status as a symbol of French pride and resilience. In some speculative tales, the Eiffel Tower has been linked to extraterrestrial activity, with reports of UFO sightings and alien encounters near the tower. These stories add a sci-fi twist to the tower's mythology, blurring the lines between fact and fiction. Some believe that the Eiffel Tower emits mystical energies or vibrations that have transformative powers, bringing enlightenment and spiritual awakening to those who visit it. This belief adds a mystical dimension to the tower's cultural significance. There are tales of haunted elevators within the Eiffel Tower, with reports of ghostly apparitions and strange occurrences experienced by visitors and staff. These spooky stories contribute to the tower's reputation as a place of mystery and intrigue. The Eiffel Tower is deeply ingrained in the cultural fabric of Paris, serving as a symbol of the city's identity and pride. It is a beloved landmark that holds special significance for Parisians and is often featured in local artwork, literature, and media. The area surrounding the Eiffel Tower, known as the Champ de Mars, is a popular spot for public gatherings and events. Locals often gather here for picnics, concerts, and other outdoor activities, enjoying the ambience of this iconic landmark. It is a tradition for newlyweds in Paris to have their wedding photos taken in front of the Eiffel Tower. The tower serves as a romantic backdrop for these photos, symbolizing love, romance, and the start of a new chapter in life. The area surrounding the Eiffel Tower is home to numerous cafes, restaurants, and street vendors offering a variety of local cuisine. Visitors and locals alike can enjoy traditional French dishes while taking in views of the tower. The Eiffel Tower has inspired countless local artists, photographers, and musicians, who draw inspiration from its iconic silhouette and cultural significance. Art galleries and studios in Paris often feature works inspired by the tower. The Eiffel Tower has its own share of local lore and legends, passed down through generations of Parisians. These stories add to the tower's mystique and cultural significance, shaping the way locals perceive and interact with it. The Eiffel Tower has become a symbol of environmental conservation and sustainability in Paris. Efforts to reduce energy consumption and carbon emissions associated with the tower's operations reflect local values and priorities regarding environmental stewardship. The Eiffel Tower serves as an educational resource for students and educators in Paris. School groups often visit the tower as part of educational field trips, learning about its history, architecture, and cultural significance. Parisians have developed their own traditions and rituals associated with the Eiffel Tower, such as lighting candles in its honor or tossing coins into nearby fountains for good luck. These traditions reflect the deep-rooted connection between locals and their iconic landmark. Ultimately, the Eiffel Tower instills a sense of civic pride and belonging among Parisians, who view it as more than just a tourist attraction. It is a symbol of their city, their heritage, and their shared identity, uniting residents from all walks of life in a common appreciation for this enduring icon of Parisian culture.